Having previously looked at the key influences that have an impact on us within sport, and we use the CRISPY acronym to identify those, we're now going to move on to looking at some of the opportunities that are available to become or remain involved in physical activity. It's important to remember that you don't just have to be a performer in order to become or remain involved in sport, and this is illustrated by the 3 photographs that you can now see on the screen. Being an official, a volunteer, or a coach/leader offer different opportunities and ways that you can become or remain involved within sport, and it's very important that you are able to fully describe or explain the different qualities that you will need to fulfill each of these roles. We're now going to look at the sports participation pyramid, which looks at mass participation at the base of the pyramid and elite performance and excellence at the top. As you can see, there are 4 stages to the sports participation pyramid, and it's important that you can describe and label each specific stage. Stage 1, as you can see, is the foundation stage, and this is really for beginners, and it's a stage where participants are most likely to be learning or experiencing new sporting skills, so for example primary school PE lessons. The next stage is the participation stage, and this is where young people begin to participate more regularly in a specific activity for enjoyment. Following on from this, we look at stage 3, which is the performance stage. This is when young people begin to concentrate on sport-specific skills and to develop a talent in specific sports, and this is where you'll see more of your club teams and being involved and training regularly for a particular club. The 4th and final stage is at the top of the pyramid, and that's the elite stage. This is where individuals reach sporting excellence and therefore go on to play maybe county, regional or national level. It's also important that you can identify some of the agencies that are involved in sport and you understand the common purposes for their initiatives. There are many different agencies involved within sport, and some of these are listed on the screen now. On the previous specification you needed to identify and describe all of these, but on the new specification it's just about being aware of them and being aware of their common purposes. So as you can see, you've got Sport England, which focuses largely on community sport. The Youth Sport Trust looks at school sport and creating opportunities through schools. The RFU is an example of a national governing body. There are obviously many others of these, such as the FA, the LTA, the ECB, etc. And these provide opportunities for people to become involved within sport. UK Sport looks at sporting excellence and funding and how we can create more opportunities for our talented performers. And Sainsbury's Active Kids is an example of some of the supermarket schemes which are running, which are there to encourage more people to participate within sport. Once you have identified those agencies involved in sport, it's important that you understand and can explain their common purposes. So what are their main goals and objectives, if you like, and those are now listed on the screen. So as we've kind of briefly discussed, the main objectives of all of these is firstly to increase participation in sport to improve health. It's also really important that people don't drop out of sport and that they are retained within sport, and therefore some of the initiatives and agencies look at developing effective networks of clubs, competitions, coaches and good facilities for within which people can participate in sport. Finally, in addition to retaining people within sport, it is just as important that talented performers are given the opportunities to develop the skills and to achieve success. So just kind of to summarise that, you've got all of your agencies down here, and these are the common purposes, and it's important that you understand that things like your Active Kids, your UK Sport, your governing bodies, the Youth Sport Trust and Sport England all kind of work under the same umbrella theme to achieve those common purposes.